So a friend of mine just arrived from Toronto, Canada, my hometown, in Belgrade, where he's going to stay for 3 months. And he said that arriving in Belgrade from Toronto in this day and age was like waking up from a coma. And I completely love this line, and I empathized with it so much because it was, always kind of a thing. And I knew that he would really feel refreshed when he got out of Canada and arrived in Serbia once again and saw the vibrant Belgrade, the spirit of the city that never dies, that something like Corona cannot just suck the soul out of the city like it completely has Toronto, apparently. I haven't been in there since the whole pandemic started. I've been mostly in Thailand, Serbia, Belarus, Turkey, Mexico, Albania, and Montenegro since the pandemic started. And, I decided a long time that I really preferred living in this part of the world because the people are just so much more alive and real and expressive and all that sort of stuff that I really needed in a place with my personality and my way of communicating. And Canada just was not that. I saw the direction that the society was going, the political correct culture of people policing each other's feelings and policing each other's thoughts and behaviors and way of communicating and all that sort of stuff. And I saw it coming for years, from like 2005, 6, 7 when I was traveling in Europe, from 2008 when I first lived in Belgrade. And every time I would visit Canada, it was a bit like when I arrived back in Europe, something inside me was so alive that was not, when I flew to Canada, the thing inside of me, like the feeling of vibrance and living my life to the fullest, lasted a couple of days, but then it always sort of disappeared. Now, I haven't been to Canada any other time but Christmas since 2011 when I left, or 2012, I think, when I went for a wedding in September. Every other year I just visited for Christmas, and last year I obviously skipped going to Christmas. But you can see videos I made over the years describing this. The actual video "Why I Live in Belgrade, Not Toronto," I guess, is the most notable example of this, where I'm walking in my neighborhood of Toronto explaining the differences in culture. But this whole pandemic has really turned Canada into a place that, oh my God, from what I hear, the way that I see people, friends who are in Canada and then coming here, coming and just feeling like alive and feeling relieved that you're not in this culture of fear, not in this culture. I mean, there's a little bit of that here, but it doesn't overwhelm the whole society like it seems to have done in Canada. So, yeah, coming from Canada was like coming out of a coma for my friend. And it's a great line. And it's such a beautiful description that he had, Zubin is his name, of coming to Belgrade and just feeling the freedom and the city, the vibrance, the people, the culture, and the way that people can just get on with their lives. They've been through worse than this pandemic. Yes, some people died, got sick, etc. But there's something more important. That's living your freaking life, and people here do it. Luckily, case numbers are low for Corona right now. Everything's open. People are enjoying themselves, and I had a pretty good weekend because of that. And I'm so happy also that Belgrade is such a peaceful, relaxed city with a chilled out vibe, and that I live here. Now we'll see what next winter looks like. I'm not a big fan of winter in general. I've been here since January, essentially. Quick trip to Montenegro and Albania, as you guys know. But yeah, I was telling my parents today in Toronto, you better come now if you want to see me, because it's probably only a little bit of time before there's some new variant and they lock the whole country down again. We'll see. The winter, they want to come in September, October, but usually I'm more busy that time of year anyway with work. So trying to get my parents to come in like August or something next month rather than after that. And, so they can see what life is like over here while they're still allowed to go back in their country without quarantining for 2 weeks. And yeah, but yeah, living my life to the fullest in Belgrade. I love it. It's been my home for a long time, and it's just great to have a place that's so convenient, where people are so friendly, and where life as an expat, really gives you a vibrancy that I never had in Toronto. I knew that the society was heading in a sort of weird direction, but this whole pandemic has made it so much worse. And I can tell a lot of people who didn't understand, they're like, yeah, but it's not that bad living here. Well, now it is that bad. Now it is really bad to live in Canada. Toronto has the longest lockdown of any Western city. And yeah, Belgrade, just keeps on bouncing back from this thing. So glad to live here, guys. I'll catch you later.